Welcome to this new presentation of an IEL 7 task. Marcos Mora and Bastián Jiménez. Let's start with the outline. First, we want to talk about a general context about the things that we have to mention in this presentation, considering the information contained in the dossier and external sources. Secondly, we will perform a role play right here in the moment. Thirdly, we have to show you our findings and conclusions about this crucial topic that occurs in Chilean society.
Let's start with the contextualization, with the general overview. Excuse me. First of all, I'm going to set the ground in order to understand the roleplay. First of all, I'm going to explain some points from an economic and social point of view. In a text that addresses the educational changes throughout the decades from an historical point of view, provided by the Mineduc, we understood that general society is a segregated one, and that means that social classes are divided in many aspects, and these aspects have repercussions in the educational community, in which not all the schools have the same amount of resources that they receive to work with students and teachers, of course. And that, for example, the teachers cannot work with proper facilities, they do not have enough resources, and as a consequence, they cannot work properly with students and among teachers themselves. Secondly, from a social point of view, many schools have to deal with many problems that surround the educational community. For instance, they have problems of delinquency, poverty, drug traffic, and that put in threat the educational process of the students, which are conflicted on how to develop a fruitful learning process. And of course, that these aspects have repercussions on mental health. Thirdly, we have to consider the lack of teaching training that teachers have regarding mental health. In general terms, teachers do not know how to address students who have mental health issues, or who have suffered in many problems throughout their lives, and consequently they do not know how to act accordingly, not know which are the persons in charge to address in order to solve students' problems. And finally, we have to consider teachers' burnout, that are a consequence of the other aspects that we have mentioned previously. And again, we can take this as a point to understand why teachers are struggling with the idea of how to help and solve those students' problems. So this set the ground to understand the roleplay that we are going to present, which is taken from the situation number 5.
Yes.
Bastián is going to be the teacher in this case, and I'm going to be the trainee teacher. So let's start.
Hi Marcos, how are you?
I would like to say that I'm good, but I'm not so good. Not good at all, actually.
Wow, what's happening?
Can I trust you to take out all the things from my guts? Because I'm so conflicted with many things.
Of course, go for it.
Thank you very much for your concern. I'm so tired because of many things. I don't know how to address my students at the practicum. And also, I don't know how to do this, please. I don't know how to deal with what happens at school as a trainee teacher, and also I don't know how to deal with all the subjects that I have here at the university. I don't know how to cope with all of that, and I think that I'm going to fail everything.
I, 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 I see that you are a little nervous. How are you doing at home, with your family? Are you receiving enough support? Yeah.
Fortunately, no, no. That's the reason why I don't know. I don't have any person to show all my concerns, and I'm so tired of all this. I don't know how to do, and I feel that I'm a bit anxious. I don't know. I'm worried about many things. And also I don't know how to do all these things. I think that I'm going to reject all the things that I'm supposed to have in this program.
How do you feel right now in terms of your anxiety? How are you dealing with that problem? I think you have like something related to general anxiety disorder. I've been reading some research, a little research from Michelle Haring, and she states.
Read something.
Have you read it?
Yes. Actually, that's the reason why I'm saying that I'm anxious about everything, because I'm worried. I'm worried about many things. Yet I don't know. I don't know where to start. From which point to start?
I think you should go to see somebody, like a psychologist, who can help you to deal with these problems. But I have also like some materials that I can give you, I can lend you to work on your problems in terms of anything. The Alberta's Association, Teachers Association, has published little research, which is a handout, which can help you a lot in terms of decreasing your anxiety level, because it helps you to cope with things that you may not see at this point.
You know what? I've been trying to address somebody, for example, teachers or any of my classmates, but I don't feel that they are trying to help me. Even teachers above others. And because I try to point out, have you read Marco para la buena enseñanza, right?
Yeah.
In the point D of this whole cycle,
Yeah.
it refers something regarding the pedagogical reflections that teachers have, that they are supposed to reflect upon both the things and the decisions that they make inside and outside of the classroom, in order to have a collaborative work with the students and to have collaborative solutions. And I feel that I talk to some teachers and I feel that they are empathetic.
But let's look at your marks. Your marks are going really well. You are a very brilliant student, so you don't have to worry much about that. I think you have to de-stress a little bit, hang out with people who benefit you. So you are in some way trying to address the issue in a bad way. Try not to do that. I would highly recommend you to do a stress test in the same handout I mentioned before, because it helps you to measure how you are dealing, how you perceive your stress level.
Yeah.
Hence, you can do something related to you can evaluate your performance here at the uni, because the things that you have to address right now are related to how can I de-stress myself a little bit.
Yeah, because I'm so stressed because at school I had an intervention, and my guide teacher, first of all, students told me that the class was great. However, the feedback that my guide teacher gave me, like she destroyed me, and as a consequence, I don't know who was right, the student or my guide teacher. And what's more, she gave me a red mark as the minimum mark, because she didn't told me that I did everything wrong. And did I what to whom I have to pay attention? Because the students were glad of my class, but even though with this one I think I'm going to fail.
I've been teaching you methodology this semester, and I think you are a really good student. You have to try hard again and do your best, because I really think that you will do it properly next time. This is not the end of the semester, so you have to put a lot of effort. I know it is demanding, but you can do it. You can overcome any situation that will encounter you in the future. So let's start for the basic from the basics, right? Do the stress level test, and go to see somebody who can listen to you, who can help you with, I don't know, maybe something proposed in Haring's text, which is cognitive behaviorist theory. So try to embrace your achievements and think that you are doing it well, because your marks are excellent. You are a brilliant student. So let's put just little goals first, and then the long-term goals. So go for it. I know you're a really good student, so go for it.
So in brief, I have to look for help. But thank you very much that you were the first one who listened to me actively.
I will recommend you something else. Do not stay quiet with these things. If you are a brilliant student, and if you have a lot of strengths, just focus on that. The strengths that you have exceed your weaknesses. So go with that with that in mind. That your strengths are
I tried to
powerful.
do it a few weeks ago, yet everyone seems to not having enough time for me. So, but now that I have the instance to talk to someone, I feel better. Thank you very much.
I feel glad because you came to talk to me today. So I hope you to see your improvements. Let's meet again soon, and I will probably contact you via email. Okay?
Thank you very much, sir. That was our general terms.
Now we have to talk about the findings and conclusions we could extract from here. First of all, we have to highlight that there are many strategies in order to cope with difficult situations, such as the one presented in the previous role play. The handout provided by the Alberta's Teachers Association is really helpful because it helps. It is purposeful. The main objective of that handout is to measure how stressed you are and work with that in order to de-stress you, in order to cope with anything that will come after that. So it is important to know what's going on in your life, and it's important that you realize what's going on in your life.
And in addition, Michelle Harling's text was really important for us to understand the general points that we can identify in a person who suffers general anxiety disorder, which is very common regardless of the level of education. We can find in primary, secondary, or tertiary education. And anxiety or stress or a other point that we have been studying in this unit are helpful for training teachers or for teachers in general to consider and combine it with the handout that Bastián mentioned of simple points that we can address, in simple things that we can address for students who are suffering these in these situations, regardless of the context.
Finally, since teachers have to be the ones who support their students, we consider that in this situation, the help that the teacher provided is useful because the material that was suggested the material that was suggested appeals to students' needs. You have to spot the need, and then you have to work on that, and to decrease the stress level with eye contact, the body contact, and considering that Marcus in this case was extremely stressed, to make him look things in a different way would also be helpful, because it is important to consider that students have to see their strengths in order to see other people's strengths and work with that. There is a text from the dossier that suggests that regardless everything we have behind, strengths will always grow faster than weaknesses.
And additionally, apart from body language and focuses on the students' strengths, it's important to promote practical solutions. What can students do in practical terms and in the short term as a starting point, to make that a clear horizon for them to start working and improving from their situation.
Now, we have to say thank you for your attention. This was our presentation. Thank you very much. See you later.
Hope you enjoy. See you.